everyone, welcome to another episode of Rap Talk. This is a series on my channel where I discuss everything pop culture, rap, hip-hop, entertainment, news. I pretty much talk about the things that I'm passionate about or the things that I think people are going to care about. Let's talk about the 2024 Super Bowl. The Kansas City Chiefs and... So let's talk about Usher's Super Bowl performance. Now, I did an entire video on it where I kind of discussed some of the highlights in more detail. But I loved how Lil Jon and Luda came out to, yeah. Somebody was like, I wish they performed Love Isn't Friends. And I'm like, first of all, it's no time to do that. And then somebody was like, why didn't they perform Daddy's Home? There's like, so y'all want Plies to be like, not the good. No. It cannot do that. Advertisers will be so mad, y'all. There was one part where Usher and Alicia Keys was singing My Boo, and then Usher got a little handsy, and then everybody was like, nah. And I'm like, bro, like, Swizz Beatz was chilling. Swizz Beatz was like, yo, this is like legendary. Like, this is amazing. He wasn't worried about that, and I know he was trying to avoid being like Darius, Kiki, Usher, you know, all that stuff. And also, I feel as though Usher is never beating them allegations that on the episode on Boondocks. Remember the episode on Boondocks where it was Miss Dubois, and she was just such a big fan of Usher, and Tom, Mr. Dubois, I think his name was Tom. He was out in the rain singing "Let It Burn." It was a mess. Usher, you know, they don't call Usher "Don't Leave Your Girl Around Me" Mr. Don't Leave Your Girl Around Me for a reason. Just saying. So Beyonce has gagged us and she is dropping new music. She is now in her country era. During the Super Bowl, we anticipate, of course, performances. And, of course, the football game. Wait a minute, who played again? Kansas City Chiefs and the 49ers. The Kansas City Chiefs won. I know that Travis Kelce, Mahomes, Chase Young, somebody on the team. I don't know. Yeah. Beyonce teased that she will be dropping new music. Now, prior to the commercial dropping, Verizon teased some hints. They brought up Lemonade, and we're like, Lemonade, Beyonce. Then Beyonce dropped her hair care line, or a teaser of her hair care line, Sacred. And then we're coming off the heels of the Grammys where Jay-Z talked about how Beyonce is such a talented artist. She has so many Grammys, and yet and still she does not have an Album of the Year Grammy, which is 100% true. I feel as though that Beyonce is more than deserving of a Album of the Year Grammy award. I knew that something was cooking and coming from Beyonce when she went to the Grammys and she had on this dimmadome hat and this blonde hair, and I'm just like, what's she about to do? Then she was spotted at the Super Bowl and she had on this black country hat, and I'm like, oh shoot, Beyonce about to be, you know, she about to do country music. I was just like, but this is followed by her Renaissance. I don't know if it's Renaissance, but it's like a trilogy that she's doing. There's the Act 1 was Renaissance, where it was more upbeat house pop type of music. It was disco, it was funky, and it also paid homage to her Uncle Johnny and the LGBTQI community. Then this Act 2 is going to be country. Now there's so many people like, okay, so what's Act 3 going to give? And I'm just like, look, let's just enjoy the ride. Beyonce, this is the most what we've seen from Beyonce in a minute, so I'm enjoying every single minute of it. In the Verizon ad, I loved how it was her and, what was the gentleman's name? Tony Hale. Okay, so her and Tony Hale. So Beyonce was trying to find ways that she could break the internet. She was a Twitch streamer. She had a lemonade stand because that was a huge album and everything. And then it came to the last scene. She was like, okay, well, time for new music.
Okay, they ready. Drop the new music.
And we're just like, whoa. Like, lady, you just came off of a tour last year. So that means a tour is coming in 2024, 2024, 2025, 26. Beyonce, what you got cooking? So followed by this, shortly after, she released a trailer of what her new music is going to sound like. And then she released the song Texas Hold'em. That's a good song. So in the teaser, I kind of seen a tweet and it had me thinking like, wow, remember back in, I believe 2000 and I don't know, 2012, 13, where Beyonce and Lady Gaga, no, actually, was it 2009, 10? Beyonce and Lady Gaga did the Telephone remix. And in the music video, it said, you know, to be continued. And they were both like in a desert and they drove off. And then in this new advertisement, she's shown like driving off in a dirt road. And I'm just like, could that, I mean, it's just a theory. It's not like, you know, a confirmed thing, because Parkwood is her label, her entertainment company. They're tight-lipped. They don't leak anything. So followed by the commercial, Texas Hold'em and 16 Carriages were released. I'm not gonna lie, it's a grower, because for some reason, some of Beyonce's music, it doesn't resonate with me the first time. I have to keep listening to it. Like, I'm not a type of person that's gonna be like, oh, this was trash. Nah, I just gotta let it marinate. I gotta listen to it. I gotta see what it's feeling. But Texas Hold'em, it has, well, one, it was, I believe, produced by Raphael Sadiq, and he produced 16 Carriages. I liked 16 Carriages a bit more, and I kind of want to talk about the lyrics too. I think one part that really touched me was, at 15, the innocence was gone astray, had to leave my mom's home at an early age. I saw mama praying, I saw daddy on grind on her tender problems I had to leave behind. That resonates for a lot of kids, or a lot of, I think, older siblings, but me being an only sibling, I resonate with it, because it's just like, you kind of have to take on responsibilities. You have to become an adult and grow up so quickly, and she made a big sacrifice when she was younger to have the life and the career that she has now. So it's more so like a reflection piece, and I thought it was a very beautiful song. It was just well written, well produced. I like 16 Carriages better than Texas Hold'em, and a lot of the critiques that I seen was that this album will not get recognized as a country album by the Grammys or by society. And in my opinion, Beyonce is so much bigger than a Grammy Award. She's so much bigger than just an award or this and that. Her artistry and her legacy will just live on forever. She is the best to do it. Beyonce doesn't need the accolades. She deserves it, but she don't need it. This shows that she's able to reinvent herself. She's able to rebrand. She is able to just try something new, sound different, and it sound great. And I love that. And I'm very excited to hear what this sound is gonna sound like. And I want people to understand that, okay, they won't classify it as country, but we classify it as country. It's country music for us. And people don't know that country music actually originated in Africa. There's actually a new development in the story. So an Oklahoma country radio station, they played Beyonce's new song after a fan outcry. I'm reading this on Entertainment Weekly. All right. So Beyonce has 2 new singles, Texas Hold'em and 16 Carriages, as I just discussed, and they are country songs. And so a fan had requested, saying, hey, can you play Texas Hold'em? And the general manager replied, we do not play Beyonce on KYKC. We are a country music station. The response went viral, and they shared it on social media. And people were just like, okay, we want to hear this. The representative from SCORE, the station's parent company, clarified the situation to Entertainment Weekly, and they said that, look, that Harris was removed and didn't know otherwise. Like, the person didn't know, for real. And they didn't know that Beyonce pivoted into country music, and via that email, up until now, she hasn't been a country artist. So they basically said, look, she's not a country artist. They've known Beyonce for R&B, so they didn't know. And the station later was like, they put on their Twitter account or X account, they were basically like, look, Texas Hold'em is going to debut on KYKC the following an outpour of requests for the song. We literally just learned about the song. So they literally didn't know. A lot of people were saying, oh my gosh, it's racism. And I'm just like, I don't think they knew about the song. And I further am reading that they're saying that Sony Music releases their singles under Columbia Records. They withheld songs from country radio stations until recently. He also tells EW that the country song Daddy Lessons from the Singer 2016 Lemonade album never made it to airwaves for the same reasons. Reps from Columbia and Beyonce did not, respond to comments. So people were saying like, oh, it's racism. And I'm just like, okay, look, as any type of program director, any type of consumer of music, your finger needs to be on the pulse. You need to be listening to what's out and what's new across all genres. You need to listen to what's going on. Like, you don't watch the news, like the Super Bowl just came on, like you don't like stay up to date on pop culture. I find that very hard to believe, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I don't think it was necessarily racism. I just think it was just carelessness. But let's go on to the video. But Beyonce did announce that she will be releasing her album March 29th, so I'm really excited for March 29th. I went to their store and I actually got some cowboy boots. They're like leather I was a visionary. I bought this Friday. She announced this Sunday. I'm excited. And another thing about this new country era, I'm excited to see who has featured, or does she have any features at all. I did see another conversation where they were like, oh, K Michelle needs to watch out. And respectfully, K Michelle is a country, she rebranded as a country singer, and she got a standing ovation at the CMAs when she sung with Jelly Roll, so she's going to be fine. But I would love to see Beyonce collaborate with Jelly Roll. I would love to see a K Michelle. I would love to see Stacey Musgraves.
Casey Musgraves. My bad.
Tanner, Adele, Luke Combs, and I would even like to hear a Tracy Chapman sample. And I do like country music though. I think Carrie Underwood is my favorite. I think Gavin McGraw is my favorite. And the country's in law, when in the beginning of his career, Nelly did some country music. Like, remember the and it's all in my head, I think about it over and over again. No, but let me know if you're all excited for Beyonce and her new era, just her new, not her new sound, but just this new album that she is about to release. I am excited for Act 2, and I'm excited for the tour. So y'all gather your coins. I told y'all the last time, gather all your coins. Save your tax refund, okay? The W-2s went out, so I want you to put that aside. Callie and Keisha Cole go back and forth. So Callie released a new single, and it sampled Keisha Cole's 2006 hit Love. And it was not received well, and I didn't receive it well. I think this was like the worst song that Callie has ever done. I thought Callie is a very talented artist, but the song was horrible. The sample just inserting love, like it didn't flow, it didn't mesh, and I didn't like it. I actually want to see who produced this. Poppy Yer. Okay, Poppy Yer, you did not do a good job. I'm sorry, you did not do a good job. But why her and Keisha Cole went back and forth was that it wasn't well received, and Keisha Cole was like, hey, I did not clear this, it's not her fault, best of luck to her and her career. And then Callie kind of came with all this vim and attitude, and I'm just like, then proceeded to say bozo, because the song is called Bozo, but it's just like, was it like you trying to diss Keisha Cole? Like, come on. And then Callie's like, oh no, your team cleared it, and clearly like there was some miscommunication. I think it was a horrible sample. I feel as though that Callie should have had a different attitude and approach to it, because when an artist clears your song, especially when their song is a hit, they don't have to do it. And at the end of the day, Keisha Cole has the last laugh, because you're going to be paying her. Any money you make off the song, it's going to be going to her anyway. So Kanye West and Ty Dolla $ign released their Vulture album. My thought is the album is cool. I can see that Kanye has some house influence. There's a lot of upbeat. The song that he has with his daughter Northwest, that's one of the most popular breakout hits. But this album did go #1. And Kanye really didn't have any promo regarding this album. He kind of just dropped it whenever he dropped it. He did have a Super Bowl commercial, and it was pretty funny. I'll insert it here.
This yay, and it's my commercial. And since we spent all the money on the commercial spot, we actually didn't spend any money on the actual commercial. But the idea is, I want you to go to Yeezy.com, YEEZY.com, and I'm gonna write it at the bottom of the screen. And I got some shoes, and that's it.
He's like, yeah, look, I spent the budget, so this is the commercial. This is what I got for you. This was actually something really silly, but it's this song by Boss Man D-Lo called Get In With Me. It's been actually really popular on social media, and specifically Rick Ross's baby mother Tia Kemp kind of made it popular with her little social media antics. Eating hibachi. That part. But I seen that people were kind of critiquing the way like he did the video, and it's just like I think 50 floor Bad B eating hibachi. I want to see the Bad B eating hibachi. I don't want to see you eating hibachi off her butt. But the music video hasn't came out, so he probably has time to fix it. But I just feel as though creative direction is so important when it comes to these music videos. I don't care if you're G Herbo, you need some sort of creative direction. You need to listen to someone. I feel as though he should have, in this video, he should have called like Cole Bennett to direct it, because he would have captured the vision way better in my opinion. But the video hasn't came out yet. However, that was just my critique. Like, I feel as though if a song has a certain theme, stick to the theme. Miami and JT, I don't know if they went solo or not, but they both had released their solo debuts. So JT's song Sideways, I'm not gonna lie, I really liked it. It really reminded me, her vibe and aesthetic really reminds me of Jackie O, and she's actually a very big fan of Jackie O. It's very Miami. I love how she did her voice. It was very raspy. It was cute. I love the song. Got him looking at him sideways. Honestly, it's really chaotic for me every time. Like, he is the biggest JT fan.
Ooh, I got that shit on. Walk away video, ass fat, hair long.
A lot of people didn't understand Young Miami's rollout. They didn't understand what she was doing. So just to explain it, her Yams era is kind of paying homage to Miami, because they call Miami the Yams. And then she kind of mimicked Deion Sanders. So in one, it was like an interview that he did back in the day, and she kind of emulated that in her promo documentary video type of thing, right? But I feel like the Yams is not like connecting with the people. It's like, we understand the concept, but it's just like the rollout is like weird. I understand what she's trying to do. Yams and Deion Sanders was at a big height in his career at that time, so he kind of was discussing like this new vibe, this new era that he's gone through, and Miami is emulating that. When she said that you dye your hair ginger, we do this, we do that. When you dye your hair ginger, that kind of symbolizes like you're like some sort of independence, like you're kind of breaking off from something. So I mean, maybe she's thinking of it in that sense, but it's really sad to see the City Girls kind of like break up. They haven't announced it, but I think they broke up. I feel as though it was good while it was going, but it's just like the City Girls, I feel like they've just grown so much individually and together that, you know, they had a nice run. But I just feel like it's okay if they do separate things and separate projects. The City Girls will forever go down as one of the greatest duos, because so many people doubted them, and the fact that they were able to break that many barriers and prove all the naysayers wrong, have hits and everything. Like, after this last album, the way QC, Motown, they didn't promote it enough or promote it at all. Like, it just was no media placement. It's like they dropped the album and then they did all of the press afterwards, when it was supposed to be the opposite. But this concludes this episode of Rep Talk. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, bye.